Welcome to WLDL Season 3, and ladies and gentlemen, we've got quite a match set up for you because we've got Blitzkrieg Gaming against Team Triggered. This is Elihu, and I'm going to be joined by...
Epic fail.
Epic Fail. That's very fitting for the WLDL, honestly. Alright, so, Epic Fail. Nick, why is this such an epic game, or a game that we're looking forward to?
All right. Well, these two teams, Blitzkrieg Gaming and Team Triggered, are the top of their group in the Sabone division. Both are undefeated at this point, and the winner of this game basically gets top seed going into the playoffs.
Cool. Cool. All right. So yeah, that's we've got coming out initially some first of all a standard ban, a drow on the dire side. On the radiant side, alchemist isn't uncommon. Sven a little less uncommon, or a little less common, excuse me. But then I think the invoker is a respect fan for Brado, their mid.
Radiant's pick.
Alright, and then coming out we've got an axe and a phoenix. Now, for the record, Team Triggered won the toss, and they picked first pick.
10 seconds
And
to
Blitzkrieg
go.
Gaming picked Radiant. So, for those of you who might be interested
5
there.
seconds. Faceless void. Dyer's pick.
Alright, so Nick, what do you see right off the bat?
Well, one thing I'm kind of wondering about was like the first pick axe. I'm not
Radiant's banned.
too familiar with Team Triggered, but I've rarely seen anybody first pick an axe in one of these games. And also, if they're picking up the Kunkka and the axe,
10
they're certainly
seconds to
looking
go.
for a bit of early and mid game dominance rather than trying to pull it out late. We'll see if the rest of the draft kind of reflects that.
Mm-hmm. And Blitzkrieg Gaming went with more of a team fight
Reserve
oriented.
time.
I mean, you say you don't see much first
Oh,
pick
yeah.
axe. I don't see much Phoenix at all anymore. So
Well, I think they picked it going into the void. I think they're looking for those
Yeah.
that really nice combo where you can basically follow up with the egg on the void ult or vice versa. Do it the other way around.
Radiant's
right, and when you get that, when it lands really well, it can really mess up a team
Dyer's
fight. The
banned.
interesting thing, when I did some scrimming with Saints and Sinners against Blitzkrieg, they ran a similar strat, and everything was very team fight oriented. So their carry, if I recall, was Gyrocopter,
10 seconds
and
to
I
go.
think Invoker was their mid, but Invoker's banned. So I would look at something like maybe a
5 seconds.
Quap would be what I would anticipate coming out.
Yeah, and
Reserve
I've actually
time.
played a fair bit with Blitzkrieg Gaming, and what they're classically really good at doing is just finding little synergies in between two or three heroes, and then making sure that they can set up
Radiant's
kills with just
pick.
like two or three heroes in a really highly effective manner. I mean, if you can just get a Void ult off and you have the Sun Ray going on in there, then relatively early on, that's a pretty certain kill. And so did they pick those one after the other? Just Phoenix Faceless, just like that?
Yes, yes.
10
Yeah,
seconds
yeah,
to
there you go. Then that would explain why they picked those two immediately.
Right.
5 seconds.
Okay, Kunkka's a very standard pick
Reserve
anymore.
time.
Usually seen in a 4 position, but you can play him in a core. We've seen that some. And then we had some bans. Death Prophet, OD, I'm not surprised by at all. OD's getting a lot of play lately. Death Prophet, not so much, but it goes with that team fight synergy. And then on the other side, Omni is just a pain that some people don't like to deal with. And then Lifestealer, not exactly sure why, but apparently they just didn't want to deal with the Lifestealer, I guess. And then they followed up with Timbersaw again. Just works all around that chrono just in a great way.
Radiant's
Yeah, and I
pick.
think they tend to run Timbersaw fairly frequently. Yeah, the Lifestealer, maybe just a really poor previous experience.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe a
No,
nightmare.
Silencer not bad actually.
Silencer is the combo breaker.
10 seconds
So
to
the
Yeah,
go.
intent
absolutely.
is the thought is as soon as you hit a chrono, if
5
Silencer's
seconds.
not caught in it, as Phoenix is diving in, then you hit your R and don't allow
Reserve
Phoenix
time.
to get the egg off. Don't allow Timbersaw to put his damage into it, and just cause that 5 seconds
Keeper
of
the light.
trouble
Dyer's
for
pick.
them. And they
Yeah.
really don't have
Or
anybody. Go ahead.
Yeah, or just alternatively, if they themselves are initiating, say, an axe blink call, and they don't want Faceless to be able to jump in and shut anything down, they can just pop the silencer, make sure that their initiation is protected, as it
10
were.
seconds to go.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I mean, Blitzkrieg right now has a lot of mobility. Their
5
first three
seconds.
heroes all have spells which give them mobility, which does not exist for Triggered right
Reserve
now,
time.
and it would be hard to lock them down, with the exception of the Keeper. The Keeper's just an old man on a horse who is fast, but he's paper thin. So yeah, he's pretty easy kill if you can get on top of him.
Yeah, still mobile though, and he has a little that knockback,
Oh
which
yeah,
at
he
least
does.
gives him a little bit of room.
Yeah, but that's obviously only when his ult is up, only when 6 is up, and that's very ult dependent. So unless he gets the Ags to be up there all the time, then that's got a cooldown with it. So I'm curious whether this Phoenix. I have a feeling this Phoenix is going to be a 4-position Phoenix. However, it
Yeah, I think
could
so.
be off lane, but I have a feeling it's a 4-position Phoenix. So if that's the case,
What do you think the lane's gonna look like?
well, Timber and Faceless you can put either way. I have a feeling there's an Oracle pick,
Radiant
so
fan.
it makes me wonder if maybe a Huskar is coming.
Oh,
That'd be interesting. I have a feeling that Timber's gonna be safe lane and Faceless off lane. But I mean, you could easily switch those
10
two. Timber
seconds
can
to
also
go.
be mid, depending on the matchup. Faceless at times has been mid.
5 seconds.
He's not really a Brado hero, though. So I honestly anticipate something like a Quap. You mentioned
Reserve
earlier the
time.
Tinker, but that's more of the split push game rather than the team fight. Though he can add a decent bit to team fight, and Brado is very capable on it.
yeah, I guess they could really go either way with the Timbersaw Faceless. Either of those are okay on the off lane.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe they'll be putting the Faceless on the safe lane, just because looking at the other team's lineup, depending on if they go for more right-clicky in the safe lane, then you can expect the Timbersaw on the
10 seconds to
Blitzkrieg off
go.
lane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, thinking of the
5
matchup,
seconds.
Faceless can time-lapse off any spins, though early
Reserve
levels, that's
time.
kind of a long cooldown. Oracle has some good burst, Silencer has some decent harass early, but I have a feeling there... I mean, it's possible that Kunkka is mid, but I have a feeling that Silencer is a core here. But that will be yet to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were on Team Triggered, what would you look to ban at this point? Well, forget it.
Well, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was gonna say the jug, you know.
Yeah. Go ahead and make your call on what you think the last picks will be.
Well, I don't think you're off. Like, if Huskar pick
10
might
seconds
be
to go.
okay here. It's just
5 seconds.
Blitzkrieg has. Well, they don't have that much lockdown for Huskar right now. I guess the
Reserve
Huskar would be
time.
okay. And for Blitzkrieg Gaming, they're looking for something for Brado, almost certainly. Like, they're looking for something in the mid. I don't think you're far off with the Crop. I don't know why they would necessarily go Tinker here.
Radiant's pick.
Does Brado play Zeus? He might play Zeus if they're just trying to
I'm
add
sure
a whole
he
bunch
does,
of
but
damage.
it's not one of the heroes that I've seen him on a lot. So the Weaver pickup. Now, I mean, it goes into what
10
you talked about
seconds
with
to
not a
go.
lot of lockdown. So, at the exception of
5 seconds.
now, Keeper can throw the mana leak on him, so that can be a pain. And then, of
Reserve
course, if you get
time.
caught in the chrono, Weaver doesn't have a lot of HP, so he's very easy to get blown up at that point. But
Yeah, but beyond that, it's the Weaver's not bad. If they're looking for somebody who can kind of weave in and out of the fight and still deliver the damage, Weaver's a pretty solid pick, I think.
he said weave in and out of the fight.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
I despise myself. I didn't do that on purpose.
I
That's
mean,
how
if
uncreative I am during the midday.
If it's not the Quap... Yeah, Invoker's already banned. OD is already banned.
I'd like to see them somehow add an additional stun, like a little bit more control.
Dragon Knight's
But I
really
don't know.
not a hero that I would think of when I think of
No,
Brado, just because I played some
no.
with him. He's one to get more of the flashier plays. That's why an Invoker, a Quap, a Tinker even come to mind.
What about a Puck for the silence
Puck could be
and the
interesting.
stun?
I could see that. I could see that with
Yeah.
him. Now it's
10
obviously
seconds
not
to go.
immediate, but then again you're going up against a silencer, and that's not exactly
5
an
seconds.
ideal matchup. Medusa. Oh wow. Okay, so he's just gonna go with one where he's gonna stand in the middle and say, "Come at me, bro." All right. Well, there's
Actually,
your
Dusa is
draft.
not that ideal versus a Kunkka, to be honest. If Kunkka's going mid.
Oh, he's not picking it up. I bet they're going to put Brado on the timber mid then.
Oh my. All
Mike
right.
is picking up that, so I bet it's a safe lane. Dusa.
Unless Mike. See, we don't know Mike though. Maybe
Yeah, we
Mike
have
is
no
more of
idea.
like a designated mid player or something like that, and they're switching up a little bit. Brado tends to be mid, but because they have running the stand-in, they may be switching up the lineup.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Yeah.
So
10 seconds to go.
Interesting though.
5 seconds.
Old man
is that
Dodo,
silencer then? Do you think the silencer is the position for here, or do you think he's
I'm betting he's mid.
okay?
I don't know. Okay.
All right, because I was
So-
gonna say if the Kunkka ends up mid, that's
Better
not
get
that
ready.
good for the Dusa
No.
because he just has so much harass early on that even with the mana shield, you're just mana starved,
That's the spirit.
and if you take it off, then you're just dead.
You're just dead. All right, I'm going to quickly run through. We've got Pony on the Coddle, the Old Man Dodo on Faceless Void, Shirtsing on the Phoenix, Mike, the unknown aforementioned player on the Dusa. Brado is not yet in the game. Brado is going to be on the Timbersaw. So there's that. On the Dire, I've got Brick 46 on the Kunkka. Axe on is Patch. Not sure where Brado went, to be honest. Interesting. Number 2. Who does number 2 work for?
How's this camera speed?
Okay, so we've got Silencer is Cat Passeverqueef. Weaver is MTP, and Oracle is Rage, which I'm about to do. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to Geraldus
You just want the
Chapman.
game to get going, right?
Yes. I'm just like, come on already.
Mark, as you know, this is my first cast, and the camera move that I do right here, is that being recorded?
No, it's on my camera.
It's on your camera.
It's on
Okay,
my
how can
camera.
I go ahead and just follow your camera feed so I know what we're talking about?
I don't know if you can, honestly. Up at the top right, you see the little eye in the corner?
Yep.
Click on that. Do you have anything on the down arrow?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. No. So, and it's also paused, so we're not sure. Oh, I think I see you moving around.
You can see me moving?
Yeah, on the mini map, I see where you are. Right now, you are looking, or you were looking at Radiant base for a second ago.
Yeah.
If that's what. Yep, I see you.
Okay.
Your
Can I see
silencer.
where you have the camera placed?
Uh,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
yeah. Oh,
Alright.
hey, look at that. I learned something new.
Cool.
There. All right. Well, what's up with Brado? What's going on? Alright, I'm back. Got go question mark? Waiting? Well, I'm already really wanting this game to get underway because we started like 20 minutes late, so there's that.
Welcome to We Like Dota.
Okay, we get the go signal from both sides.
Carry on. Let's
All
keep
right.
it clean, folks.
So, I guess just from the drafts, what do you like?
Well,
Adjust
I
my
do
mouse.
like that Blitzkrieg has a couple of heroes that just clearly, if they get their key spells
30
off,
seconds to
can
go.
create significant dominance in team fight. That said, Team Triggered has a couple of really good combos going too. I mean, just you can use Kunkka to pull somebody back and then jump on them with an axe blank call. The silencer is a really good counter pick against some of the larger, I suppose, not just the ultis, but spells in general on Blitzkrieg Gaming. And if you can shut down the Deuce ult and the Void ult for
The game is
the
on.
full length of that ulti when it's relevant, then that could be game changing if used correctly.
All right. A little bit of harass down here at the bottom, but we gonna. Oh, nope, not gonna get the coddle. And everybody just kind of walks away. Ended up getting
Okay.
both.
So they will be tri landing bot.
Both runes for the Radiant side, but yep, a tri-lane on the bot. And Axe Kunkka.
All right.
And Kunkka
So it looks like you were correct with that Kunkka position 4.
position, yeah, it's
Unless it's an axe position? No.
no.
Well, we'll see soon enough, whoever goes after the last hits.
Alright, so let's go. Yep, Brado is on that Timber Saw against a Silencer mid. That's not exactly something we see very often. And then Old Man Dodo against MTP. Unless Old Man Dodo just gets a ridiculous number of bashes, I just don't expect there to be any real kill potential down here. And Oracle even transitions to the bottom. Why can't I click
Alright, so
on...
now they're thinking about going for an aggressive tri-lane. Interesting.
I can't click on I can't get it. I can't look at any heroes items. Can you?
Yeah, I can go ahead and do that.
Okay, well, apparently it's following you or something. Alright, a lot of harass going on down here. Oh, Kunkka gets a good torrent. Phoenix ends up flying away, but flies back. Schertzing goes down with the first blood, but Oracle immediately falls in turn. Dusa continues to plunk away at Brick 46, and Axe walks away with just over 100 health. But it looks like with the extra armor, he's going to be able to fly away. Kunkka misses the second torrent, but it's enough to just zone it out. And Pony decides he's going to walk away as well, or they're just going to kind of dance in the river. Interesting little play there.
Yeah.
Pony is going in. Oh, Kunkka saw him, but that could not time that up correctly. But pretty sure they know where the ward is. So, back to farming. Yeah, so apparently I'm not... To
be honest, this aggressive tri-lane isn't working poorly. They're definitely slowing down Deuce's farm, at least initially.
Yeah, Deuce only's got one last hit to Axis 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing pretty well there.
That is not ideal.
No. No.
Especially like range hero running a tri-lane to try to secure it.
I don't...
Looks like the strategy's working out.
As much as we might have tried to get it to be on my camera, it may be recording your camera because I can't click on any heroes. And go ahead and click on Phoenix.
Sure.
Yeah, and my display changes to Phoenix when you did that. So I'm
Alright,
not exactly
I'm
sure.
gonna slow down my camera a bit more then.
I'm not exactly sure. Alright, in the mid lane, I don't care about trying. Thank you, Windows 10, for updating stuff. Alright, in the mid lane, Brado's getting a little bit better of the silencer, but it's not that bad. Ooh, Silencer getting kind of low. No Timber Chain to try to chase him. And then up top, well, like we said, ooh, Old Man Dodo getting kind of low, but it's gonna bounce away and.
He should be okay, and he has tons of tangos.
Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, there comes the Sunray, which does just an enormous amount of damage, and Axe might go down. No, ends up walking away. Phoenix ends up going down. Well
Phoenix goes
played.
down instead.
Well played by the Dire. Let's see, the levels...
Let's see how Medusa's doing.
Pretty much even. The Radiant leading a little way in terms of levels, but pretty much everybody's even across the board. Last hits, Weaver still leads up the top with 21, but then Timber is soundly beating out the Silencer now. But Axe is
Yeah, it
beating
looks
the
like Old
Duchess.
Mando's really having some problems dealing with the Weaver harass right now.
Yeah, I guess I'm not too surprised by that. You just get the range and you get the invisibility and how you can just swarm in and out.
I mean,
and
for
Silencer
the Void, it would have been
just
better.
went down.
Oh.
Silencer just went down in the mid. Brick comes back, and Brado might be going after him.
He's definitely going to have to cook it, and he is gonna.
He gets it.
He is gonna
gets
get
a
the
double kill.
Yep.
Dyer's mid tower.
Well, that was efficient.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Brado's really dangerous as a mid. He really knows when to jump on a person.
Yep.
With the advantage he got from those 2 kills, because he got both the kills, right? Phoenix did not get the Silencer kill.
Correct.
Yeah, then he should be able to continue dominating the lane. I was gonna say, like, for the off lane for Blitzkrieg, I think because they were expecting probably to go against at least a dual lane, it makes it a lot more difficult
Axe
for
kinda
the
low.
Void to get ahead. Checking it out.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay,
And
good
we'll
heal
see if
from
the
the
Oracle saves enough.
Oracle.
I don't know.
Goes
This is
out.
looking
The
pretty
thing
dire.
is-
Oh!
They don't have a stun to interrupt that.
Yeah.
So they're fine.
And that's what I was saying during the drafting, is they just don't have that much lockdown on Blitzkrieg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point, you need one of the level 6s to get
Yeah.
that. And
Cookie
you'd have to
getting a
commit an
full snake.
ultimate to stop that TP, and none of those would be immediate. The
Oh, or
closest-
even certain.
yeah, the
That's,
closest.
that's another problem here, is there aren't too many certain stuns either, if any, unless... Yeah, I mean, the Dusa, it's if they decide to keep looking at you. The Phoenix...
Oh,
You can use
Chrono was
away.
used up top, and somehow I missed that. But Chrono was used up top, and Coddle ended up dying. Silencer ult popped because down in the mid lane, Phoenix had rotated in. Oracle is doing a counter rotation, and they're not going to catch anybody. Fredo with a haste rune, and that's pretty much, that was just put there to end that confrontation. But looks like we have a Coddle rotating top again. Where are we at on levels with this? Coddle's level.
So what happened?
4?
Did Coddle just go top and he was low and Weaver picked him off?
I
Dyer's
guess
mid
so.
tower
I'm not
will
exactly
last much
sure,
longer.
to be honest. I missed it, and then I look
Oh,
up
he saw
there.
the pings come out.
Yes, yes. Old Man Dodo was Xing all over the place. And so he was none too happy about that, it seemed.
Looks like Oracle's coming mid. Yeah, they're going to try and possibly...
Try.
Oh, Brave's gonna...
Yeah, he's
Dyer's
alright.
top
Yeah,
tower.
he's okay.
Ooh.
A little worse.
Oh, but not
there
anymore.
he goes.
Tell you what, I mean, I'm by no means a pro by any stretch, but Oracle, when you get somebody who knows how to play with him, is actually a lot of fun to play because you don't expect the amount of nuking power he has. You don't anticipate it.
Yeah, what happened right there? I mean, it looked like Timber took some extra damage off that last hit when he was trying to come in just to get one more.
He turned around
Like,
and
Timber's
basically there was a silencer, I think the last word, cast on him. And then Oracle, who's level
top tower's getting beat down.
5. And can you put it on Oracle? Because I can't see how he's skilled.
Yep.
Oh,
There you
I'm
go.
getting 500 ping here.
113.
Awesome. 113, yeah. That third point, I mean, that does 270 magic damage right there.
There you go.
And
Okay, so he had that on him.
yeah.
That looks like.
And that's pure damage, so nope, that's not going to help, Axe. That's not physical damage.
Yeah, and Axe goes down.
That's pure damage. That was not the play. But in the heat of the moment, sometimes you just kind of are mashing buttons and trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think he didn't expect to eat a full snake, and he pretty much picked that up, which is it's a low-cost nuke for Dusa, and he just didn't run away quick enough.
All right, so Brado's still leading the last hits by a fair margin, and 3 of the top 4 are on Blitzkrieg Gaming, but looks like on the other side they're doing okay, not great. Looks like we have some movement up here at top with a
yeah, they're going on the
but he just time-lapsed it off, and
I
hear
fighting up here to die.
Yeah, Coddle. Oh, there's another chrono, but is it gonna be enough? Nope, they're gonna get out, and
Are they gonna get the Weaver?
ooh, everybody's showing up.
Brado might be able to secure
Oracle
this.
shows up as well.
Yeah, they got him.
All right, Brado shows up.
Let's see if they can get anything else out of this.
Alright, so they get a rotation to get a kill on the Weaver, so that's obviously the biggest kill for the Radiant right now. Put themselves in a pretty good position. Excuse my yawn.
Worth noting too is in the meantime, the Deuce is caught up in last hit significantly. She's almost matched the Weaver.
Oh yeah, she has. Well done, Dusa. There you go, Mike. Looks like they're gonna try to defend this up top. Are they gonna? Oh. Just not able to get the Coddle quite yet. But
yeah, in the meantime, bot and mid, both towers are taking significant damage.
Yeah, Keeper of the Light is
this
going
Keeper
down.
is dead.
Yep.
Yeah, easy pick off for Weaver.
Yep, very easy.
Why did he run that way?
Axe is just taking a bunch of right clicks from Dusa. And
he's pretty tanky, but maybe not that tanky.
Yeah, he's not tanky enough just to stand there and, you know, just take a beating. Use the Vanguard or something for that. And now we have 2 Radiant heroes leading the last hit charts. Brado is taking some damage mid. Oh, just one more pop, and he might have been gone, but he bottles back up, and he's okay.
Should be okay.
There's some mana. Some manas. Oh, Timberman, and force him to stay still. Kunkka again rotates mid.
Bottom tower.
Yeah, we just have a lot of kind of dancing around. A little bit of...
Yeah, I think both teams are just kind of trying to see if they can get a pick off when one of the lanes is slightly understaffed momentarily, but both teams are also doing a pretty good job rotating around.
Ooh, that
wow,
that did quite a bit of damage to Brado there. He's got the Veil of Discord on the silencer. Just amplifies the damage quite a bit. And Axe still at the bottom. Just churning away. How much, let's see where current gold is. Current gold. Whoa, Axe. Oh, Axe has a blink dagger. I was thinking, wow, he only has like 30 some gold. That's because he just got his blink dagger. So let's see if they smoke up here to do anything.
And that said, I just don't know how. If Axe is the only person who's laning against the Deuce, I just still don't see how effective that can possibly be for the Axe. I mean, even before he's sitting in there hitting the creeps, and Deuce can hit the Axe and get last hits at the same time without too much danger to herself.
Well,
and I mean, she's obviously got level 6, so.
Yeah, there's going to be immediate smoke up. The Kunkka is level 6, so we have a decent little combo here. It looks like, oh, they're going to change and rotate mid. There's another. Here comes a silencer ult. Following up that chrono, and here comes the Axe, and here flies in a boat, hits 2 people in, get a couple of nice kills right in the mid. Well done by Team Triggered. They're trying to get Pony. Pony is trying to run away. The Horseman is running as fast as he can, but you can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread
here comes
man.
The dunk.
And dunk. Boom. There it goes. But Mike shows up. But the thing is, the fight's already over. The Mystic Snake goes out, but everybody's already running away, and there goes a 90-second ult, but they are not done. Somebody's getting initiated on. Oh, Kunkka just kind of looped him back, and that's the end of it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to come up and help on the Deuce's side, but not that late into the fight. And that had to have happened about 15-20 seconds sooner for that ult to do anything.
Yeah.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower.
So, good, a good few kills by Team Triggered. They were fortunate just right then that the Axe and the Kunkka had been at that place where they were just going to go ahead and decide to...
Yeah, it looked like they were going to go on Dusa, but then they're like, wait!
Yep. Yes, there's a lot happening. Now, the Kunkka boat is probably going to be up again soon. That's not a super long cooldown. But... Dusa ult's not going to be up. Void Chrono. The Phoenix Egg is probably up. I didn't see it used that time.
We'll see if they are.
Axe going to initiate. He's coming in from the south. Jump, call. Alright, Coddle goes down.
Immediately.
Here comes the boat one more time. Oh! Nope, just mistimed it a little bit. And they just get the Coddle.
Let's see if Brado gets out. No, Brado will be fine.
Brado's going to be fine, but...
nope, the Phoenix goes down to the silencer.
Oh,
and then DC's.
Disconnected. Alright. Well then. Okay. Shirts in game crashed. Alright. That's always fun.
Well, so far, these mid-game heroes are actually exerting a fair bit of dominance, which isn't surprising. And I know in a couple of Medusa games that I've seen played or played myself, the Dusa player probably doesn't get worried until all of the Tier 1, Tier 2 towers are down.
Yeah. That's kind of the place. I mean, Dusa right now... Okay, there we go. Dusa right now is sitting on just over 1,600 gold. Gotta figure she's... I mean, do you think she would be going for a Lincoln's first item? Or she's probably gonna go for a Scotty.
She is. The Perseverance indicates to me that she's going for a Lincoln's.
Yeah. I'm looking here and I'm going... Besides Oracle, what...
Which I don't particularly like, honestly.
Yeah.
On the Dusa, like,
there's a Void
there are lots
Chrono.
of cheap items.
Gets 3 in the Void Chrono, but there goes the Egg, but they're all going to be able to run away, and the Egg's really not going to do anything. Oracle ends up casting False Promise on Axe, and Axe is going to maybe run back in, but no, he's caught by the Mana Leak and stunned momentarily, and somebody's going to be called in. Brado ends up going in.
The boat's going to hit him.
The boat ends up hitting him, but still nobody's dying? Oh, Cuddle is so low, but still not dead. A lot of activity happening. I need to scroll out so I can see what in the world's going on. Weaver is trying to run away. No vision, no detection. Axe gets a nice call on 2. But then has to
die for it, though.
Eat a Sunray, and there finally Axe goes down, Coddle goes down, Oracle is going to be next to fall, and Brado is on a killing spree.
Void's going after the Kunkka.
Yep. MTP is... the Weaver is...
And I think they could... They're not going to chase him, but they could have.
Yeah, they could have. All right, so all in all, that was a positive exchange. About 700 gold swing in Blitzkrieg's favor. XP.
Yeah,
in
I
favor
mean,
as
Team
well.
Trigger is leading kills, which is great, but the net worth leaders are both from Blitzkrieg.
Ooh, did he go for an early Yules? Could you go to Timbersaw, please?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. Good pickup. I would not have thought about that. Would not have thought about that.
That's pretty. It's pretty good if he's trying to dodge some of, I suppose, any aggression from the other team.
I mean, you could dodge the boat. You could dodge the damage from the silencer spells. If you, I mean, you can incapacitate Axe basically. And once he jumps in and calls, if you're not caught in the call, you can make him spin.
That's
up
a
in
good
the air.
point. And that's probably one of their best initiations on Team Triggered. So for them to be able to just use them up and that's it.
Yeah.
It looks like both teams are kind of backing off.
Net worth, I mean, the thing is that net worth, the top two are for Blitzkrieg, but Weaver's right there, and then Silencer and Axe. I mean, Axe and Void are about the same. Silencer's a little bit further down, but yeah.
I mean, that's fine. That's all true, but I think, judging by the lineup that Team Trigger chose, they would be looking for a little bit more early mid-game dominance, as we've already kind of discussed. And for them to be losing positionally, I mean, they've lost their mid tower at this point and their safe lane towers. Both those towers are down. In fact, all their tier 1 towers are down, whereas Blitzkrieg has all their tier 1 towers still. And that's not what... Blitzkrieg is probably pretty happy about that, considering that their lineup can go later.
More late game, yeah. Or excuse me,
Absolutely.
Blitzkrieg is later. So if
net worth, tower dominance right now, it's looking good.
Okay, so there's a smoke up because I think they realize, all right, we've got to do something. We're just kind of have this Mexican standoff going on up here. All right. Oh, and he misses the call. They're probably still gonna, kill the Coddle just because, like I said, the Coddle's safe paper thin. But they end up getting the silence. Brado gets interrupted.
Boat misses.
Yep, the boat misses. Axe misses a call once again. Axe gets thrown. Oh, 4-man chrono. That's huge.
What a chrono!
Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow, 3 immediately go down, and Oracle is gonna be next. That little magic and Weaver, I don't think these are the droids you're looking for. I think you need to get out, Weaver. Yikes. Wow, Old Man Dodo, excellent chrono there, bud. Nice.
Yeah, did you see the silencer ulti there? Did the Void just wait it out and then place it perfectly?
Yeah, it seemed like. I mean, the silencer ulti went out. The Perseverance is now on Medusa, which obviously makes her tankier, but as we've discussed, I just don't know that it... I mean, the X, it blocks that. Some of this... There's a silencer spell, Oracle, but not a whole lot. But anyway...
I guess she just really didn't want to get initiated on.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. But they're starting to gain their footing, and Axe is coming in. Okay, so my wife just texted me. I need to. Okay, the Void goes down on the Axe call. I will quiet that down. But they have, they might be able to get the Medusa here. And then again,
they sure are trying.
Yeah, the Phoenix is coming in. There's the Medusa ult that hasn't been used yet. Everybody turns away. Uh-oh, the Weaver's caught in it. That's not a good thing, but ends up able to find it. She is all out of mana.
Still
there
done.
she goes. And there goes
good.
Phoenix as well. Wow. But here comes Brado. Brado doesn't have a whole lot of mana, but you know what? He might have a whole lot of damage that he can output.
That's going after a whole lot of rage.
Nice play, but wow,
and
Brado goes down. And you know what? Coddle is going to go down too. Wow, they're just going in one at a time.
Wow.
Against Team Triggered.
They better turn that into a tower.
Yeah, Team Triggered better turn that into something. But the thing is, do you think that Blitzkrieg just kind of got overconfident, which how they thought they could handle that? Because they just seem to go in one at a time. And while we've agreed that, yeah, they're more late game, it's not quite late game yet. And They're not.
I just don't think
that
they were
far
expecting Team Trigger to be quite as persistent as they were about it.
There's,
They had the 5 heroes there,
there's
they
a
just would
two-man
not back out.
chrono, and there goes one. Chasing after a silencer, and nobody's really there to back him up.
They may get this back.
Oh, there's the bash. Bash Lord it is.
There's just one more solid
Oh,
stun there.
And you know what?
No, just the egg.
Well, actually, I think that's a good egg because that keeps... Because here you've got some heroes who are low, and that pretty much zones everybody out.
Yeah.
That kept Team Triggered from initiating on you.
Definitely. No, there's definitely that. I think I was just referring to wanting to really get that kill. The egg was definitely still good because they were so deep in there. If they'd been initiated on right there, it would have been pretty dangerous.
Oh. Silencer ulti comes out, or boat comes out, throwing a lot of stuff that's just kind of barely missing off. Medusa ult goes down again. Everybody has to turn away. Interaction.
Oh, that axe.
Oh, axe is probably going to die right now, but makes the call.
Down he goes.
Yeah,
Alright, that's a big problem for them.
Yes, it is. Silencer might be able to get Void. Oh,
yeah.
Kunkka ends up getting him.
Barely got
And
Astusa.
Alright, Brado is pretty much out of mana though, so therein lies the problem. Brado might end up going down in this situation.
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
He gets
Yeah,
stopped.
I don't think he's gonna make it away from this.
Yeah, well done.
And he pops. Alright, that's 2 consecutive team wipes.
Yeah.
Going Team Triggered's way. That's definitely a good way to start reasserting some dominance, but they still do not have any of these tier 1 towers.
Yeah, everything has been brought back to 0, but like you said, the respawn timers are low enough that, and they have such good D push.
Yes.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
And they just can't seem to transition any of this into a single tower so far. So Blitzkrieg
Radiant's
is
top tower's
TBing a
taking
few
hits.
people down. We got 3 people
Here we go.
down.
Radiant's
So Axe is
tower
almost certainly going to take that mid tower, and we'll see if
tightened up their
Team Triggered can
structures.
get anything going in this bottom lane.
The Radiant lost the top tower.
Alright, so Deuce is top, and she's going to show, and everybody knows she's there. Blitzkrieg, they also probably know that Timber is mid and just TP'd, so he can't do anything about that, but he can be recalled in. I didn't even think about that. Coddle does provide that, but Coddle looks like it's going to die.
That is a dead Coddle.
That is a dead Coddle.
And looks like they're going to probably...
Phoenix,
They're
they're
thinking
gonna
about diving. They're thinking about diving. Oh, do they know that the Void is back here?
There's a silence, though, and Weaver is going to take a couple shots as
Oracle's going to go down. I'm not sure about that Weaver. And the Courier for the Dire also goes down.
There's another Deuce ult, and Weaver needs to get out. There's 2 Lincolns that end up getting popped. Weaver's going to fly through. Brado has decided I'm going to join the party and dish out a ton of damage.
Oh, wow. Well, somebody came up with all the damages.
Yes.
Can't quite get that kill on the X, or
Just
can he?
gets-
Yes, he can.
Yes, just gets the axe.
And the Silencer
This is
gonna
just,
pick up.
this is just so chaotic. The
This
Coddle
is-
has respawned. My goodness. This is a
Okay,
bloodbath.
Silencer has no mana. He has to get the heck out.
Radiant's bottom
man.
tower ain't a pretty sight
Let's
right
say-
now.
Coddle's
And that
already
safe
respawned.
lane tower still there for the Radiant.
Mana leak, and it looks like Silencer is gonna die because he's gonna have to walk right through it, except when an Oracle shows
No.
up and throws some nice magic resistance on him. They can play Oracle and still getting just the names of his spells or
Dire's top tower's getting.
So one thing I have to just say I really like about this game is these fights are exceptionally dynamic. It is so cool. It's people getting out, reinitiating, where they're standing, like the positioning keeps kind of, it's almost like a soccer match a little bit.
we are 28 minutes in, and there are 46 kills.
Jeez. we haven't even gotten to the second tier towers yet.
Tier 2s are still up.
At this point, the Dusa does have that Yasha, which should help her accelerate farming a little bit and do a bit more damage in this phase of the game. I was actually expecting her to get that earlier, considering how aggressive the game was from an early point. I thought she might have wanted that additional damage, but it seemed like the prevention of team-triggered initiation was just a little bit more important to her. Or him, rather.
They have to, yeah, I'm sure they knew that they were smoked because there was nobody defending that mid lane. You have,
Alright.
you have a taunt that's gone out, you've got a boat that's flying in on Timbersock who gets stunned. Are they able to take down Brado? Brado gets down with no damage, but they get the combo with the Void Chrono and the egg coming out right after it.
Pretty well by the egg.
There it is. Stunned in. And then you have the follow-up with the Dusa ult, and they're just melting down people. And there goes Oracle. Weaver's being thrown at, or Weaver's running for his life, his little bug life. And Kunkka and Weaver are still alive. They lose Brado, so they lose a huge net worth, but they do end up timing those skills together very perfectly.
And they're gonna take a tower.
Yep. They time the skills together perfectly, and Brado is back up because of that Bloodstone, and they are pushing for tier 3.
Yeah, that was exactly what I think they wanted to have happen. That's how they have envisioned most of these team fights going, and in that instance, it worked phenomenally well.
Yeah, they got everything that they wanted to. They decided to change their mind. They're going to get another tier 2. And while they have some really great push and D push, on the other side, they don't have the greatest D push. I mean, Axe can, but Silencer really doesn't. Kunkka can, but nothing like, you know, a Cobble or anything like that. Oh.
Okay, now the Axe with the Blade Mail.
Yeah, the Axe with the Blade Mail, but he just kind of stood there. I was very surprised at that.
Oh boy. And died for it.
Yep, he died for it, indeed.
His staticism was his end.
Alright, so they are disengaging, and so far they're playing pretty disciplined. I mean, we've had some where everybody seems to stick around too long, but right now, Blitzkrieg are playing disciplined, and there goes the courier on the other side. They must have a challenge. Oh, egg
I
comes
don't know
out.
if this is
Everybody's
the
trying
way.
to run away, and here comes the ultimate Medusa. False Promise ends up going down. Oracle's gonna die.
Yeah,
Silence
definitely.
comes out a little bit late. Not sure exactly what you're
And
planning
now he has to get out.
Yeah, you should have just TP'd at that point.
Yeah, we'll see if this chase will be fruitful or not. Yeah, I don't think that was the best choice on Team Triggered's side, going 4 against them, against a not that weak Blitzkrieg. I mean, they chased a 5-man Blitzkrieg with 4.
Yeah.
I don't...
And then as soon as the Axe died, really that should have been a very clear, hey, let's back off, let's regroup, because they've lost their initiator. And yeah, you can initiate with a Kunkka if you get a good X or something, but that wasn't the case. Axe jumped in, did not call, and I'm sure he didn't call because he got mana leaked right away and was stunned there. And maybe he didn't have the mana for call. I didn't even think about that. Maybe he didn't even have the mana for call. But now they're pushing tier 3, and right now, Blitzkrieg is pretty firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, and honestly, this is exactly where they want to be. I mean, not... Oh, yeah, the other team has a bit of an edge insofar as kills are concerned, but with respect to objectives, Blitzkrieg is way, way ahead, and especially considering their lineup. No, but, I mean, considering their lineup.
Yeah, but the net worth, they're about 5,000 ahead. Scan used, they're checking just north of Roche. Dire use the scan. Won't find anything there.
But that's gonna, even just the net worth, the moment that Medusa has a real farming item, and it looks like she may be going towards Manta right now. Once that's up, then I'd expect that net worth to pretty much skyrocket in Deuce's favor, especially considering that she can go ahead and farm the entire map right now.
Yep. They are confident. They have, while there was a couple of very good fights that happened. I mean, they just weren't able to transition any of those to the towers. And so now with Brado up, with how many Bloodstone charges does Brado have?
He's got 13
so
right
a fair
now.
amount, yeah, a fair amount of Bloodstone charges that he responds pretty quickly. You've got Coddle who can push. You've got Dusa who's split-shotting everything all over the place. Yeah, it's a hard position to be in right now for Team Trigger.
So Elihu, right now, if you're Team Triggered, what do you want to be thinking about doing? Are you looking at smoke ganking, or are you going to sit back and try farm, try to get another big item? What do you think their best way out of this is?
Well, right now I think they've got a decent idea in mind in getting Roche. Does Weaver have a damage item to this point?
Let's go ahead and check that out.
Weaver, I mean, he's got
a Diffusal Blade is highly efficient against the Dusa, but
yeah.
beyond that, like a Deso or something, no.
Yeah.
Worth like a Wands and a Lincoln.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, Diffusal's good damage. I don't want to fault that, but it's not what he normally goes into. Excuse me, Desolator is the item of choice, and they quickly came to the conclusion of, no, we can't do this. So if I'm Team Triggered, I mean, you don't really have any vision in your own jungle, and that's where they're pushing right now. So you have to be ready, and you have to know, and kind of get your idea down of, okay, how are we going to approach this fight? As you said, oh, there's no call, there's no call, there's no call. Oh, man. And there was nobody around.
No, that's...
And I have to say, this Axe has made some plays. I don't want to... Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, the silence comes out, but the egg is going to... Oh, the egg is going to explode.
Oh,
But
not
here
bad,
comes the
alright.
Dusa ult. But oh, Coddle ends up popping everybody away. Axe ends up going down.
Yeah, he got caught with just enough time to do so to be stunned. He really wanted that kill,
Yes,
and he
he
kind of
did.
deserved it.
So, a lot of happening. Weaver's trying to chase after Brado, ends up slowing down Brado.
Okay,
He's caught
can he
in the
take that much
chakra. Well,
damage?
he got bashed at just the wrong time. And Kunkka just walks past Medusa.
I mean, his ulti was down anyways.
Yeah. And Brick is just trying to...
Yeah, Kunky, you better get out of there, buddy.
Trouble.
Run hard. Nope.
That was just very broken apart. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Axe
unfortunate.
initiated without anybody else around, and the fact that they didn't have any vision in their jungle and didn't really have a plan. I mean, you know, obviously I'm not in their comm, but if he's going to initiate on a Dusa, you have to believe that she's not sitting there alone. You have to believe you have to believe that she is not just sitting on her own. There are other people behind her, and people who do a lot of damage and offer a lot of control. So to initiate on her just wasn't the greatest choice. Sometimes you just make those calls, and then you like literally say, "I immediately regret my decision." So maybe that happened, and he's made some really good plays, but that was not the play.
And you know, he actually ultimately, he almost got away with it, because he was able to reinitiate a couple of moments later, and he nearly got kills on 2 heroes. Unfortunately, that last hit just kind of eluded him, and he went down without getting him. And one wonders if he hadn't have jumped in with that first initiation where he took so much damage, maybe the second initiation would have been more effective.
Well, as I look here, I see that I see basically 3, well, there was 3, Coddle just D1, 4 wards, all basically the same general area. They're on top of the Roche pit, 2 watching the river, 1 in the middle. Now there's another one, but yeah, they were just, for having all that ward vision right there, you would anticipate that would have been where they would have made a move, where they would have tried to get into the Radiant jungle and established vision there, or to get Roche, or to commit hard to Roche, or something like that. One of the things about the... Oh, there goes Axe again. I did not see what happened.
No, so basically he just kind of showed Blink forward, tried to take a bunch of creeps, and the Phoenix went ahead and just raid him down, and Brado was relentless. Chased him, buzzed him, done. Yeah, I don't think Axe can be doing these blind blink forward calls anymore. I think they need to have vision if they want to initiate. I think they could still get a decent team wipe if they just execute the initiation correctly. But at this point, I think they may be a little bit flustered, and they're just trying to see if they get lucky.
A little too hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Press. And right now, you have to imagine that they know what's happening. There's nobody showing on the map yet. There's a ping towards Roche. It's 1/3 of the life left, but Weaver, the big damage dealer, isn't there. And unless yeah, it's too late.
Yeah. And even then, they were taking the Roche without themselves taking much damage whatsoever, so it would have been really hard to successfully initiate on them. And now they're going to be chasing down the other team.
Down here.
Yep.
How about that?
And the Silencer should not be out this far. He should be standing under his own tower.
Yeah, he realizes it.
Yeah,
He's running.
He's running, but it's too late. He's dead.
Two down.
And then here goes a couple of
Assault over here.
That's just miserable. They had some nice plays early, but frankly, they just kind of fallen apart to the team fight. Later dominance. I mean, what we say earlier? They had 2 team wipes right in a row, but they just weren't able to transition it. They weren't able to leverage and get, say, vision in an area where they wanted to go.
Yeah, they needed to exert a little bit more map control early on. It's too bad because those 2 early team wipes are exactly what they needed to turn their lineup into an advantageous lineup to kind of squeeze out Blitzkrieg from getting the farm and having room to breathe whatsoever.
And they have to see now that Coddle has an Ags, so he's tankier than he was, and also he's always in ult form. And one thing we haven't talked about to this point, Void with the thing that slows down your cooldowns or pauses your cooldowns, whatever that's called.
Yeah, time lock?
Time dilation. Time dilation. That against something like a Weaver is actually very difficult to play against. Because as a Weaver, you plan on and you fully depend on being able to literally weave, as you said earlier, in and out of fights very consistently. Here comes a lot of activity. There's a call on Axe, but you know what? Dusa got her ult down, and Brado's just going to rip through them. Oracle tried to save the Axe, but to no avail. And
not much
there's the
Cheater can do over here.
There's the GG. Good game on both sides. A good thought. I just think the team fight of Blitzkrieg Gaming ended up being victorious.
Yeah, I think really some of the old combinations were what really saved them in the early and mid game, and the other team had the basic team advantage, but they weren't able to capitalize on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for checking us out, and any final thoughts that you want to share?
Just a good game on both sides. It was extremely exciting to watch. Really fantastic team fights. Thanks to both teams for putting on such a great show.
67 kills in 41 minutes. So yeah, that was a lot of activity. All right, this is Elihu. That's Epic Fail. Thanks for checking us out, and enjoy We Like Dota League Season 3.